pensioner Annie from Ballyfermot, who is in receipt of a widow's contributory pension. Her husband died in 1977. On Friday, she went to the post office to collect her pension and had been cut off. And the reason for this was she was subject to a random control check by the Department of Social Protection. She was very upset that she had to prove again this miserly pension of €12,000 a year, and watching the scandals that are hitting the TV news items every night and in our papers. In her view, she has worked and paid her stamp, reared 9 children, and she was entitled to her widow's constituency pension. And to my mind, this is a story of two worlds, Taoiseach, where people on state pension who have to prove their entitlement and reprove it. They have to prove that they're not sponges, they're not criminals, and they're not defrauding the state. And I want to contrast that limited and constantly questioned entitlement with those at the top of our society with an unlimited, boundless sense of entitlement. People in our health services, at the top of charitable organisations, with salaries of up to €100,000 a year, 10 times the state pension, which come nowhere near matching their sense of entitlement. This sense of entitlement means their salaries had to be topped up by raiding funds donated by the public to provide services for people with disabilities and sick children by raiding their shop in Crumlin Children's Hospital. Of course, these same individuals also expect hugely inflated pensions when they leave their positions, and that this sense of entitlement we have seen exposed in the CRC scandal and top-up payments for hospital executives. They did not lick this sense of entitlement off the stone, because according to Social Justice Ireland, between 1986 and 2011, the pay of ministers went up by €1,500 a week. And Taoiseach Brian Cowan walked away from the mess he left us in with a $310,000 entitlement, as well as his TDs and ministers' payment. He gets a lump sum pension payment, a termination lump sum and a termination payment. Of course, he wasn't the only one. I want to finish on this. Your government was supposed to change these things. This woman had her pension cut off while she's watching these things happening on the TV every day of the week. It's the same old, same old. Do you think this is fair, Taoiseach? Do you think it's fair that these people are still pocketing these pensions? And do you think that the actions of the Department of Social Protection was protecting the most vulnerable in our society? And will you ensure that this lady's widow's pension, contributory pension, is reinstated immediately while the situation is looked at and reviewed?